Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Avilo here, and I am bringing you another commentary. And this one is pretty good. This is a brand new meta thing, another meta innovation in Brood War that apparently I've done it a little bit already, but I figured I might as well upload a YouTube video and do like a little commentary on it. This was a game from Stream. And yeah, let's just get into the game because I think people will actually like this a lot. I'll definitely clickbait the title in this one. But basically, guys, Terran vs Protoss game on Polypoid, and you are gonna like this a lot, especially if you come from Starcraft 2, because I'm just gonna say I implemented the good old Cloak Banshee strategy in Brood War, and I actually pulled off a very solid game with it. So I'm gonna go ×2 ×4 this. And well, you guys are gonna. I'm surprised that no one is doing this yet in Brood War, and I think tomorrow when I stream, during stream, guys, I'm actually gonna try and focus on doing this a little bit more. Because I do need to, the road to S rank is difficult and I want to increase my win rate. And this is something that I feel very comfortable with because it's a StarCraft 2 strategy in Brood War Terran vs Protoss. So I feel very, it's something very comfortable to me. But anyways, so you're going to notice here, let me slow down the replay while we get into it. You're going to notice this is the dreaded cross-spawn Nexus first. At least I scouted him in the second position, but this is the situation that every Terran player and every Brood player, like, this is almost considered a free win for Protoss, which is something I really don't understand why things like this were never addressed when Remastered came out. Maybe they weren't known about enough, or, the pros didn't want balance changes, but this is one of the few balance issues that exist in Brood War, where if you spawn cross positions and they go Nexus first, there's basically almost no way to punish it, other than all in with a bunker rush, and you could play that meta. So, unfortunately, it's something that we have to deal with as players, because it just exists, and they can do this. And the reason it's so powerful, obviously, is because they can then catapult this into a third, and you have to kill maybe like 20 probes to even out the economy. But, as you're going to see this game, guys, the strategy that I do here is actually going to simulate, like, killing a base worth of economy to even out the game. So, let's just speed this up. He makes one Dragoon, and you're going to see something absolutely disgusting. And again, I think I was probably raging while I was playing this on stream, yada yada, Nexus first cross spawn, this is BS, like, this is completely... And look, he went 3 Nexus off of a Dragoon with no observatory, he didn't build units, he literally just went 3 Nexus. So, to exemplify just how, I think that this can, I opened Siege Expand. I did take guys off gas a little bit to get out the CC earlier. So I'm on 2 base. So this is what would normally be a horrible situation for Terran, and it is. This is a horrible situation. So out of nowhere, I decided, I'm like, well, screw this. Let's try something. Let's do something a little bit off meta and abnormal. So here's the theory, guys. I kind of And I built turrets because I wanted to try and deny an observer scout as much as humanly possible, as well as not take any damage. And I did mine gas as well pretty early here, so I'm saturated 2 bases. He's just doing Protoss things, enjoying his free advantage. Now I throw down 2 starports and a 3rd starport. I'm still on 1 factory. I even added an extra turret here because, again, I'm trying to make sure he doesn't see this as much as possible. So I'm playing this kind of like a TVT game almost, and then I put down a 4th starport as well. So my plan here, or my thoughts, guys, and this is some brand new meta nonsense that I think is viable, and I even got an early academy just for scanners, and I'm gonna get the +1 air upgrade for race as well. So I wanted the scanners so that way when I do have the race, I can snipe observers, and that is the goal behind this. So the theory is, he has this massive eco. I'm gonna try and use the mobility of the race to do some eco damage to him, bring him back down to 2 base hopefully, kind of like in Starcraft 2, where you try and bring the Protoss back down to your economic level, so to speak, with Cloaked Banshees. Well, I'm using the OGs, the Cloaked Wraiths. This is quadruple starport Cloaked Wraith, and you'll notice he's almost about to have a 4th base going up. Now I am getting the +1 air attack. You'll notice it's over halfway done. So that is on purpose. That is on purpose because I want to be able to kill cannons with like a group of 8 to 12 wraiths. I actually want to like dive a cannon and kill the cannon in like basically 2 wraith volleys, and having +1 attack on the wraiths is what matters. I throw in 2 factories. So the idea here is I'm going Hellion Banshee. So it's very much like, but except I'm going Vulture Cloaked Wraith. So all my money is going to be in 1 factory tank, 4 ports of Wraiths, and then I'm going to spam Vultures. So ideally, we bring this guy's eco. So you can see here, I come in here with 4 Cloaked Wraiths, start targeting the cannon. I pull back the damage one, he doesn't notice, and then look, we're doing damage. So, and then over here, another group of Wraiths, denying his 4th base, and he's probably thinking, what the hell is this? He has probably never seen this in his life before. He's probably like, what is this? So already, we have just flipped a horrible situation on its head, guys. I'm doing some eco damage here. Maybe could even snipe the Nexus, that's usually doubtful. But I am creating mayhem. Like, the main theory is, I'm on 2 bases, and now he's on 2 bases as well. And obviously, I want to keep the race alive. So, he's on 2 base economy, because he's had to pull all his workers here, and I'm also on a 2 base economy. So as long as I don't die, and, you know, the Vulture is going to be very important to spam mines at my 3rd, and I start building my 3rd command center. So again, right now, I want you guys to, you know, hopefully some of you guys, some of you Terran players out there, you do have to have good micro and attention span to do something like this, because if you don't, you really have to keep the race alive. Like, it's such an important thing. And you can see I'm targeting another cannon. I have +1 air attack, so that dies really quick. And then I'm just going to fly out here. There's not much more I can do. Picked off a probe on the way out. Maybe I could even pick off some more if I microed better. But the main thing is, I've kept him alive, denied his 4th, put his econ back. So, what is a horrible situation, he went 3 Nexus, guys. This guy went 3 Nexus off of 1 Dragoon. And now, all of a sudden, he's forced to build so many cannons. He's forced to keep these Dragoons, you know, back in his base, because I can actually kill the cannons. And then on top of that, I have map control. I have somehow a horrible situation, what's normally almost like an automatic loss, I have flipped on its head. So now, 2 bases versus 2 bases, and now he's getting his 3 base economy back and running, but I've denied his 4th. And as we speed up here, now I can use the race for map control. So now it's 3. So now we're getting to be a 3 base Terran against a 3 base Protoss, except with the added bonus that I do have map control, can pick off observers, and as you see here, this wraith. Normally, this is something you can't do in the matchup because it would just be vultures. But I have wraiths that I can just, again, I'm sniping obs, you can see here. Trying to snipe the obs. And again, planting a massive minefield, and then using the wraiths to snipe observers. And then using them also to keep track of outlying bases. I left a wraith here. There's an SCV here. There's a wraith and vulture killing this over here. So it's 3 base against 3 base. I'm starting to get ground upgrades for my mech units. Go back into normal mech, you know, standard Brood War mech. But with again, I snipe the ops here, and I bring vultures with the race, and I even start killing dragoons. The wraiths are almost able, like, if you have a group of wraiths and you send in vultures, you can almost fight the dragoons straight up if they don't, you know, you can, the beautiful thing about this is you're the one that decide. You have the air mobility. You decide that you're going to engage. Otherwise, you just run away. You just can fly away. So I'm going to take out this pylon here, and again, watch. So watch this. Boom. Send them in like Hellions and Banshees. Get a couple kills here, and then deny his fourth again. So we're this Protoss. Normally, and I did make a huge mistake. I completely forgot that I had sent these tanks here because I was so focused on killing the Nexus. So this, I could have even executed this even a little better. Snipe the shuttles, which are actually empty. And then hopefully fly the wraith out of here. If I had done this better, I would have target fired the goons with the tanks, just kill as many dragons as possible. Oh, I think I actually did. So now we just fly away. We killed his fourth, denied his fourth. We fly away with these, and meanwhile, I've added on a fourth and fifth factory. Been cranking out tanks, so I've gone back into standard production, but I do have the 4 starports. We're getting upgrades, science facility, and now I even have my 4th base going, and again that now. Like, we are a situation. The situation, guys, has flipped on its head. Like, I hope some of you Brood War players out there that may know of me a little bit, maybe you try this out. I'm interested to see other maybe some foreigner Brood War Terrans can try this out. It does require, again, a little bit of a different mindset. I know Brood War players in general are really scared of trying new meta stuff sometimes. But if you come from Starcraft 2, again, this is just... This is Cloak Banshee, Hellion Harass against Protoss. And I feel like, you know, again, when I get on stream tomorrow, guys, you know, you guys will have this video, this juicy video to watch of me just commentating this game, but I feel like going Vulture, Wraith, and then playing this like StarCraft 2 mech, this is what allowed me to win this game. I'm basically playing a very comfortable style with the Wraiths that are acting like Cloak Banshees, and let me even pause the game here real quick. If I had played a normal standard style against this triple Nexus guy that went triple Nexus off 1 Dragoon with not even a robo, if I had played standard Brood War macro, the game is done. There's no way. I would have just lost. He had his 3rd for free, had so much for free, he would have been 4 base against 2 bases. I managed to bring his economy back down to my 2 base level with the Wraith harassment, and then take my 3rd and then equalize the economy, which is a really good situation in Brood War for Terran against Protoss. So a normal standard, like, this is stuff that, you know, again, hopefully I can implement this on stream more and execute it as well as I seem to have been doing this game. Because, yeah, a more normalish strat would have been, it's like I always tell people, or have told people, like, if Protoss is ahead, or, like, the situations where you don't want symmetrical warfare. If it's just 10 units against 10 units, or 12 units against 10 units, the guy with 12 wins. Like, it's just a numbers game. You know, if he's just that far ahead and you're just trying to bash your head into him, usually the Protoss would win that. So you know, this whole game with the Wraith play, like with the very unorthodox, off-meta, innovative, genius Wraith play, that's asymmetrical warfare. That's like, I'm getting an advantage. I'm accepting that he got an advantage that maybe he shouldn't have, and I went for something, an advantage elsewhere in the game to try and, you know, compensate for the disadvantage I was at. And with the mobility of the race and shutting down expansions and bringing his economy back down to 2 base because he couldn't mine from 1 base for so long, that allowed me to actually play the game. Whereas normally this game, I feel like a guy that went 3 Nexus off of 1 Dragoon like that cross spawns, the game might not even be playable. And you can see here, I have so much stuff now. Like, my army is pretty big. I still have the race so I can pick off observers, and I'm going back into a more normalish mech army. But I did actually start rebuilding wraiths here at some point. But yeah, it's and again, my arm, like, so he can't really fight me. Like, my army is well established. I have 2-1 upgrades, surprisingly, even though I upgraded the wraith air attack before everything else. Nice little depot wall here. This barracks depot wall prevented him from even getting up the ramp earlier. Literally 150 mineral plus 100 depot investment basically held off an entire attack. That's something that us Terran players, we gotta be really meticulous about getting those SCVs out to build these buildings, because it's like this allows this base to even exist, basically. Blocking that attack earlier, just blocking the ramp. And again, I'm just gonna speed this up because it's not. And again, I'm just using the race to deny outlying bases. I even landed an eBay at this base. This is something that I think I might start doing more, just landing eBays and barracks at the outlying bases to just try and delay Protoss from, you know, mass expanding. And now he's just running, he's trying to play the good old run around game, avoid my army. And you notice he's at max supply. So again, this game is by no means easy, even after the Wraith doing damage, you know, all the damage. Like, this is still a difficult game, and I'm trying to hunt down his army. I'm just basically chasing down his army because I don't want to get counterattacked and just die to counters, which is how Protoss wins most games. A lot of Protoss games in Brood War are won by they counterattack you and kill your economy while they mass expand. And I think that's... And this guy really, he didn't really play with... He didn't go arbiters, no carrots. He was just a gateway guy that went 3 Nexus off of Dragoon. Like, he just had mass gateways. And again, he keeps countering this base and killing it. And I did bring my army back again. And now I finally start making, like, I just start spamming command centers everywhere. I even spam them down. I have 2 CCs down here. And again, like, this is the frustration of TVP. He's just countering. I move my army anywhere here. He has a new gateway army because, again, the Nexus... Like, look at supplies. He's still... You know, I don't want to make this a complaining replay, but... The beauty of this game is that the Wraith play has allowed me to even be in the game. And you can see here, again, I have so many units, and he types in F. I think the Wraith play might have actually tilted him. Maybe tilted him a little bit. And so, yeah. I started attacking this top base. He moved down here to kill these command centers, so I went ahead and sent tanks to kill this base, something I probably should have done earlier. And I actually did start rebuilding wraiths. I'm not sure where they are. They're somewhere around. I know that I did actually start rebuilding them at some point. But yeah, I hope you guys... I hope people will try, you know, the mass Starport Wraith again, specifically against Nexus first. I do have another replay where I actually did a later Wraith transition against Protoss, and it worked out pretty well, and I won that game as well. Which maybe I'll do a commentary on that one as well. But you could definitely do that. You could definitely play standard Brood War mech and then just add on 4 starports later and start playing it like a TVT game and just use the wraiths like you do in TVT to try and do what I'm doing this game, which is, you know, denying the corner bases with wraiths, as you'll see in a little bit. Here we go. There we go. I start up the wraith production again with the idea of, okay, I'm going to hold this base up here and I'm going to build another group of wraiths to just deny his economy. And he's, at this point, he's actually, his eco is way behind where Protoss's eco would normally be. His economy is way behind, like, and his unit comp is just a bunch of zealots, like, I don't know if that was just bad play by him, but yeah. So yeah, and again, so we can see, so this is the whole idea, guys. These wraiths, it's just something that the Protoss has to deal with, and when you do research the air, I have +2 air attack on these things. Now this was really bad, just losing them for free. Wraiths are paper planes. But yeah, +2 air lets you, like, you can, if you have a group of wraiths, if you have a group of like 12 wraiths or more, you can dive cannons. You can just target, you can literally target cannons and kill cannons. It's actually, I hope tomorrow on stream, I get a game where maybe I can demonstrate that, but, like, you can actually kill cannons in, like, in almost, like, one wraith volley. It's kind of crazy. And again, so I left a lot of units here, like, I'm so well set up, I have, this base is locked down, I even mass depot walled the front of it, like, I have vessels as well to EMP incoming orbiters. Meanwhile, stuff is going down here, the wraiths, again, trying to deny this base as long as possible, maybe even kill the Nexus, potentially. Or threaten to kill the Nexus. And again, he's had to keep a portion of his army to deal with, to respond to this, which means that makes it even more difficult for him to attack me. Normally the Protoss would be doing relentless attacks, and this game, it just flipped on its head, guys. The avilo wraith plan, and he even tries to do a recall here, but I mean, look at this. Just look at this. Just instantly shut down. Just instantly melt. I have so much here. He's so far behind at this point, and that is GG. And I would have even killed this as well. I had a pretty good army. So there you have it, guys. This is the avilo 4-star port counter to Protoss Nexus first. I hope people like the commentary. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, obviously, for the algorithm, and let me know what you guys think. Hopefully, again, maybe some other Terran players out there will see this video and be like, huh, damn, that's, you know, maybe what I'm hoping is some people see this and be like, damn, that's kind of interesting, you know, that's a very, you know, it might not work every game, but I think it has some potential, actually, to be, you know, stuff like this. You know, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Like, if I get matched against players that go, you know, they do the 14 Nexus nonsense, I feel like this could be this might be a specific counter that you could potentially do. It's still gonna be difficult. It's still gonna be a difficult game, but it allows you it allows you to play a different game that also, by the way, the Protoss player's not used to, guys. Like, that's the other thing about doing something like this. They might not. I have played people in the past when I've done stuff similar to this that they'll start building Corsairs as a reaction to this, which sometimes, like, you actually got, like, Corsairs actually can counter this, but in general, most players are not going to react to this quickly enough or well enough, and if you do it really, really, you know, if you hide the race to the last moment and then pop up at a base, kill the cannons, kill the Nexus to probes, that's where the power of this comes in. So, again, thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you like the video, and I will see you in the next video, and I will see you on stream. Peace out, peoples.